So a couple days ago, I asked you guys for some help. We were talking about this transmission tunnel / firewall opening and how you would handle this situation, whether you would make this thing in a single panel or multiple panels. Well, it's done, and this is what I went with. The first thing I did was start with this wireframe template. I knew right away this wasn't gonna work as a single panel. The truth of the matter is, once the dashboard's installed, and the HVAC is installed, and the gas pedal, and the brake pedal, and the steering shaft, and the center console, there's no way this thing was coming out as one piece. So I made a bunch of templates, and this is what I came up with. So you see, all right, we can get down there, we can access steering components, we'll be able to access the top of the turbos, the manifold mounts, the back of the valve cover, all the coolant bypass stuff in the back of the engine, some of the harness stuff that'll pass back here, transmission bolts. The truth of the matter is this truck will be taken apart and put back together a bunch more before I'm actually done with the project. So really what I'm doing is just looking out for future me. So like when you look at this panel, for example, the steering shaft is going to pass through here, and I still have to open this up some more, and I still have to make the actual sleeve for the steering shaft, but this is just the center of where the steering shaft passes through. This panel separates from this panel, so I don't even have to take all this apart if I don't want to. Now, what I'll probably end up doing is putting a notch in here and then one more cover on it, which will really let me decide how far I want to take this thing when it comes time to disassemble it. There will be a thin gasket placed around all of this for final assembly, but I'm not wasting my time with that now. The center panel is actually held in with these quarter turn fasteners, and the reason for that on this section is that there's going to be a center console here and part of the HVAC system up top, and I just want it to be really straightforward when it comes time to loosen it and remove it. You see, it's kind of easy to just get to one area without having to take everything apart, which I think is going to pay off in the future. All right, so there you go. Love how it came out. As far as HVAC is concerned, we're not using an OEM setup, so none of that stuff even matters here. I'm gonna be custom making an HVAC setup for this vehicle as well, but we can check that off the list. Let's move on to the next thing.